back to the HaneyBiz Project with investorpreneur Mark Haney, coming to you from the Marquee Media Studio.
Welcome back to the HaneyBiz Project, brought to you courtesy of accounting firm Clifton Larson Allen and the California Growth Advisors. I'm Mark Haney, and today I have the privilege of bringing on Darren McAdams, the founder and CEO of FoodJets. How you doing, Darren?
Good. How are you, Mark?
So for those of you that don't know Darren, give us a little bit about you and what is FoodJets?
So last time I was on the show was 2016 in March. We had launched FoodJets. We were into it, but kind of go back a little bit. 1993, I started Food to You in a garage in Citrus Heights, California. Food to You is a restaurant delivery company. We deliver restaurants to homes, businesses, and hotels. So fast forward, we scaled that company, 6 states, hundreds of cities, thousands of restaurants, tens of millions in sales. And we were running into a problem with technology on the Food to You side of things.
Okay.
So in 2015, we decided to, we could have been bought out by Grubhub or compete. So we decided to build technology and try something different called FoodJets. So we were running Food to You at the same time, and then we decided to build FoodJets. FoodJets was, we had a bunch of cars. We took out everything in the cars. We added electrical. We had hot bags, meals. And it was basically quick curbside delivery from local restaurants in less than 10 minutes for free, with free delivery.
Yeah, I see your cars all over town.
Totally. So, but as all you entrepreneurs out there looking at, you're thinking, okay, we had a warehouse, we had cars, we had employees, and then the leftover food. So we opened up in downtown, Arden and Natomas, ran it when I was here last time, so March of 2016. We were running it, burning through a tremendous amount of cash for us. And 3 months later, in July 1st, we stopped it.
Okay.
So then what do we do, right? How do we compete with the big guys coming in? Because we're not talking just big local companies. We're talking Amazon, Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, billion-dollar companies with the technology and funding to come in to deliver food. I didn't know it was going to be such a hot space, 23 years later, but it was. And so on the FoodJet side of things, we built this wonderful technology, and then we had Food to You still going. So we merged the two. We decided, okay, let's drop the FoodJets platform onto the Food to You restaurant delivery system and compete. So we did. We spent years building the FoodJets platform. We consolidated everything, and we launched in December of 2016. We paused it, but launched it back in Sacramento with Food to You restaurants on the FoodJets platform. Gotcha. We're still running Food to You in all these cities, mind you. So it goes extremely well. Moving forward, I had an investor at that point that was going to bankroll everything. I had all my eggs in the investor's basket. He had just sold a company for a tremendous amount of money and kept telling me he was in. Took us down to the wire. So here's the entrepreneurial story, right? It's the thing that keeps us up at night is financial stuff. Mm-hmm. And so fast forward to about August, he kept telling me that he's going to give us money. And on a Sunday, I said, Bob, I'm just naming him Bob, we need the money now. And so he flew to Europe on Monday, sent me a text Monday morning, and said, I'm out. And this is after a long period of us jumping through hoops for him. He's already a current investor. He's a family friend and a mentor of mine of 20 years, and he flies to Europe and says no. So
what's the emotion at that moment? You're like, you're counting on that money. You are counting on Bob, and now Bob is no more.
Bob's no more. So we're not a super small company. We have hundreds of people now. Families. We've been doing this. Everything's on the line for me and everybody else in our office. And the feeling is, so he said no, and I scrambled a little bit to try and get in touch with him through his assistant. Tuesday morning, so I'm waiting for a call back from him. He won't talk to me. He just texts me. My sister walks in. She dropped out of college in the late 90s. She's been our accounting person, and she runs our accounting department. And she goes, we have till Friday. So at that point,
what day was that?
This was Tuesday morning.
Tuesday, you have till Friday
to make payroll, rent, everything.
Oh,
so and we've gone through this before. We went through it in 2008, 2009 for the economy reasons, and we had to regroup, restructure, and do all that stuff. And if you haven't been through something like that, it's a weird feeling. It's for about 30 seconds, as I was telling Greg earlier before the show. I feel sorry for myself for about 30 seconds, right? It's just like, what am I going to do? This is horrible, blah, blah. And then I go to like fix it mode. Okay, what are we going to do? So my sister's standing there. She's telling me this. And it's a weird thing. I go, all right, I don't take a paycheck. I'm done. Everybody else, half salaries. I call it work more, make less, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody, all on my team, it's work more, make less to make this happen. So having such a short runway, I have till Friday. You see those scam emails that come in about quick financing for businesses. I always delete them. Yeah. Well, I called the guy that's been hounding me. I see this thing come through. And it's basically a loan shark loan. I need cash now, and I did it. And I did it at 33%, which is outrageous. Yeah. They take money out of your account every Wednesday, but it
about 30% more than it ought to be, right? Or 28% more than it ought to be.
But what else was I supposed to do? I had to extend that runway for us for breathing room to kind of regroup and to seek other funding, and I had to do it.
You bought yourself some time.
Bought myself some time, for sure. And so I'm all in already. I'm already personally leveraged. Everything I have is on the table. So what do I do next? Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad come in the picture, which is weird. Grown man running a business for 20 plus years.
How old are you, if you don't mind me
47.
asking? 47, okay.
So I've been doing this forever, calling my mom and dad. They kind of knew what we were doing and just saying, hey, here's where we are. And my sister's involved. She's been with the company forever. And so they loan us money. My dad's retirement, all the stuff. They just go all in. And so it extends our runway even further. And so at that point, obviously I have even my own stuff on the line, and now I have my parents' stuff on the line. So it's just, it's incredibly stressful. And like I said, we just worked more. So I worked from that point forward for 6 months straight, except for Christmas. I worked every day about 15 hours, 7 days a week. And a lot of my team did as well. So what had happened at that point, that forced us to look at the business model. We can't scale on our own now. We don't have the capital. So what do? Franchising. I had done a little bit of licensing back in the day. And so long story short, I was stealing somebody else's franchising document. I shouldn't say stealing, borrowing.
Yes, you were. Yeah.
Borrowing, reviewing.
Yeah. Yes.
Came across a guy named Mark Johnson. It's called Franchise This, out of Virginia. He's been in the franchising industry for about 25 years. He's responsible for Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax. He sold 10,000 franchises on these companies. Sent him an email. He called me and flew out 3 days later from Virginia. We really got along. He sold built a company just like FoodDue and FoodJets in Virginia called Order Up. It was a franchising company. Sold it to Groupon. He thought it was premature on the exit side of things, so that's why he was excited that I contacted him in the same space, and now he's ready to go. So he's on our board now. He's an investor now. He brought to the table more investors, and so the financial part of it was lightening, right? I mean, it was lifting. And so then Raley's contacted us. So we moved to Raley's. Obviously, they want to compete for delivery shares. Amazon's coming to town with Whole Foods. Walmart's starting to deliver. Target. Delivery is everything now. Everybody wants delivery, and we're a delivery company. And now we have the technology. So we meet with Raley's. They love us. We love them. I mean, it was a really good partnership.
Mike Teal was on the show last week, and we talked about you, and he's excited about your guys' partnership. It is
unreal. So we tested in we integrated our systems. We tested in Roseville in about October, November. We launched Natomas, and immediately out of the gate, 2 weeks later, they're like, let's do everything. We want an exclusive agreement. Let's do Reno, Chico, every single area down through the Bay Area with Nob Hill Foods. And so we just started popping up these cities, integrating our systems. They would market on their site, you can pick pickup or you can pick delivery, because they've had e-car pickup for a long time. Yeah. Now the delivery widget's there. When you hit delivery, it drops into our system and we deliver their food. So they shop it, we deliver it.
So the business is transformed, and today marks a day where you are moving toward franchises in a very hometown way, I would say.
For sure. So we run through several months, lots of money to build the franchising model, all the legal stuff. We just got approved in California, Virginia, Texas. So all these states are now starting to get approved for franchising. Yesterday, we just finished our Berkeley and our Carlsbad, California franchisee training. These are the first 2 from scratch franchises. They just finished on yesterday. Today, actually, when I leave the show, we're going to go back down to the office, and all my managers who'd been running Food to You all these years and have been sticking it out, waiting for us to do something great, basically are taking over their own markets as a franchisee. So they're signing all the contracts today, and we're handing over their business now in their markets.
They're becoming entrepreneurs.
Yep.
They stood by you through all of these trials and tribulations, and now you've made it worth the wait, worth the effort.
Absolutely. And they were entrepreneurs at heart anyway, sticking with us, doing the thing, sweat equity, building their areas on our behalf. Now it's come full circle. It'll be on their behalf.
Incredible story. Darren, I want to just one last question before we go. So you see me out there on the billboards all over the place. In fact, I think you sent me a text one time. I'm already sick of seeing you, Mark. Well, you are all over the Golden One. Your FoodJets stuff is all on the billboards at Golden One. I'm out there on marquee media billboards around town. Who's more famous, me or you?
Oh, you bet.
I don't know about that. Your trucks or your little cars are all over town.
Yeah.
Everybody knows FoodJets. Any closing thoughts as we head to break?
No, I just hope that, like, when I listen to the show, it's nice to take a tidbit of information and listening to people's stories. I'm not unique. This is happening in all entrepreneurs' lives. I mean, the ups and downs of finances. It's business. You wear it 24/7. It's tough to get away from it. Matter of fact, you can't get away from it. And lots of people don't make it. But the ones that do, my point is, yes, it could have been easy just to, at that point, said, screw it, I'm done, bankrupt, move to something else, go mow Mark's lawns, which I would do. But most entrepreneurs aren't like that. You would have to kill me and drag me out of those offices. They would have to lock the doors because I didn't pay them to keep me away from building the business. And you have more of a focus now, right? I have my parents to pay back. I have employees. We have hundreds of people now dependent on us making the right decisions and grinding it out and getting through to the next level. And we're not out of the woodwork, out of the woods yet. I mean, we are in a much, much better spot. We can breathe now. But it's so funny. I've been doing this so long, and now we're more excited now than we were back in the day, and it's been 24 years. And so I think our goal is to be a national brand in 2 to 3 years with franchising. I mean, that is the ultimate goal.
Darren McAdams, FoodJets, talking about commitment to the cause, commitment to finishing and growing the business right here, based out of Sacramento. Next week, we have Uriah Faber coming on, along with Jason Bartlett. Yeah, a couple of my buddies from the Entrepreneurs Organization of Sacramento sharing their stories. When we come back, I'm going to have some closing thoughts about the routines that it takes in life to win in business. Join the revolution at HaneyBiz.com, courtesy of Ethan Conrad Properties and financial advisors, Stifel Financial. This is the HaneyBiz Project.